Bar Association. Today, we will memorialize the members of our bar who have passed away, and we will welcome new members into the fold as they take the oath and sign the roll book that dates back to before the 1850s. In preparation for today, I received the roll book and really had a chance to look at it. It is such a significant piece of history. Looking through the book, all of the names that have been signed there, it really puts into perspective for me what an honor it is to be a part of this history. Being a lawyer can be very difficult, but looking at the roll book and participating in events like we are here today really puts into perspective that this is not just a job, but a profession. The law is a noble profession, and it is a privilege to practice, especially in this legal community. Today, we will hear testimony about our members who have come before us, and then welcome new members to our bar. And especially in today's world, I feel very grateful, honored, and humbled for the privilege to be a part of it. This is a legal community that is exceptionally tight-knit and collegial. To the new members, I encourage you to be involved to ensure that this legal community continues to thrive, as it is thriving, as will be evidenced today through the testimony and as our new members are sworn into what is really an outstanding history and tradition. At this time, I'd like to begin the program and would call attorney Adrian Shuney to give testimony on behalf of Jerome, Barina.
May it please the court, Honorable Chief Judge Lothenberg, judges, members of the families of those we commemorate today, fellow lawyers, and guests. It is my privilege to eulogize Jerome F. Barina, nicknamed Jerry, who died with his wife Joyce by his side at St. Monica's Living Center on June 19, 2023. Jerry Barina was best described by the attorney who practiced law with him for over 20 years as, quote, a good person, a good lawyer, and a very good Christian, close. I met Jerry shortly after I began Racine law practice in April 1961. My then employer, Alfred E. LaFrance, launched my trial work education by assigning me subrogation claims for his insurance clients. At that time, Jerry was one of two Racine justices of the peace with a maximum civil jurisdiction of, are you ready for this? $200. Jerry was a lifelong resident of Racine, born on January 27, 1930. His parents were Frank and Anna Barina, immigrants from Moravia, Czechoslovakia. Jerry had an older brother, Edward, and a younger sister, Eleanor. His brother was 11 months older than Jerry. Edward graduated from Marquette University School of Engineering and worked for Hughes Aircraft, involved in the Apollo 11 moon flight. Unbeknownst to yours truly, and I suspect most members of the bench and bar, because he was a modest, humble person, Jerry contracted polio when 9 months old, which affected his left arm and side. He required a brace until age 10 and underwent complex surgery at age 13. Nevertheless, as he matured, he overcame this handicap and was involved in sports like golf, swimming, bowling, and fishing. Because of the polio, Jerry was required to attend rehabilitation schooling in Kenosha until age 10. He then attended Stephen Bow Grade School and Horlick High School, graduating from Horlick in 1947. Then, like older brother Edward, Jerry attended Marquette University. At that time, the combined 6-year pre-law and law school curriculum was still available. He was admitted to the Wisconsin bar in 1953. Jerry had determined to become an attorney at age 7. During his over 50 years as a practicing lawyer, he was always proud to be a member of the bar. Jerry began his practice here in the then Baker Building, located adjacent to the long-since gone Racine Hotel downtown. He shared offices with the late Vincent Vassallo, the latter undoubtedly remembered by at least a few of those present today. Jerry's practice from the outset was general, including some criminal law defense work, until drug cases arise. We're told he had reservations about the veracity of some such clientele. In 1955, Jerry ran unopposed for one of the 2 City of Racine offices of Justice of the Peace. He held that part-time position until 1965. In the meantime, undoubtedly the most important event of his life occurred in October 1960 when he met Joyce Jr., a native of Green Bay, and then teaching at Washington Park High School here. Joyce is with us today, the most alert 93-year-old I've ever met. They married in October 1961. Although they never had children, they enjoyed a truly enviable relationship throughout their 60-plus years of marriage. A major reason for that tranquility was their deep, abiding Catholic faith. As time passed, Jerry's law practice steadily evolved into greater concentration on estate planning and probate work. He remained in the Baker Building when Vince Vassallo left. But in 1981, he began an office sharing arrangement with Lawrence, also known as Larry J. Schmidt. It began in the Educators Credit Union facility on Newman Road, and they later moved to 610 Main Street downtown. Larry told me his experience with Jerry was the most enjoyable during his practice of law. But he jokingly added that Jerry was so honorable, it made Larry nervous. Jerry Barina probably did as much pro bono legal work as any member of this bar. Both he and wife Joyce were very involved with their church, St. John Neckelman in Racine. Jerry served on the parish council there for many years and essentially was on call for St. John's. As mentioned, Jerry's practice steadily developed into much probate work, and that branch of the Racine County Circuit Court never had to prod him, unlike others, to close matters with dispatch. Here is one example of Jerry's dedication to clients, a matter of public record. On December 6, 2004, when already winding down his practice, Jerry filed a petition for administration of a plus 7-figure estate. Despite its complexity, this matter was concluded by November 14, 2005. After his retirement, Jerry and Joyce continued to enjoy each other's company, ultimately moving from their house on Orchard Street to St. Monica's in 2019. Throughout their marriage, this couple did more than their fair share of travel to such faraway places as his parents' place of birth in the Czech Republic and to Hawaii 4 times. As one reviews the legal career and life of Jerry Barina, it's simply impossible to find so much as one blemish on it. He did much good for many and nothing bad for any. He forever remained throughout his 93 years a gentleman, respected by this bar for that. As Chief Justice Charles Evan Hughes of the United States Supreme Court remarked in lauding the passing of a fellow lawyer in 1936, quote, "The highest reward that can come to a lawyer is the esteem of his professional brother." In summing up, we must remember Jerome F. Barina as a gentleman, and as Cardinal John Henry Newman declared, quote, "It's almost a definition of a gentleman to say that he is one who never inflicts pain." Your Honor, I respectfully request that these remarks be read upon the record of this court.
Thank you, counsel. The testimonial will be entered in the records of our circuit court.
Thank you, Attorney Schume, and thank you, Judge Lockenberg. Next, I would call the Honorable Robert Weber to give testimony